Why would I change into Frantic? Why would I do that? I don't know.
Well, all you need is GerJidd.
GerJidd. Everybody's favorite Russian. Our favorite racer. Our favorite fighter. Our favorite RPer.
Well, this sucks.
An icon for many people across the world. The joy in our hearts can only be heightened by many things. For some it's a simple round of Toadstool Tour, whilst for others it may be a rest whilst watching your favorite videos. However, none of these activities are as close as GerJidd appearing on your screen. In fact, GerJidd is quite the iconic figure today, having his own fan art, 3DS theme, video based on said 3DS theme, and even his own songs created by the masses.
We should kill this guy because he know about your secret home. Get back here.
But nobody knows the truth behind who this man is. A simple running gag on a YouTube channel, you may think. A fictional character for a comedic gag. I'm sorry to say, but you couldn't be any more wrong. Join me today as we go over the truth of this character. The truth to their entire being. This is GerJidd Origins.
As an actual Russian person, when I was little I looked at GerJidd and I thought, he's the one who will save our world. Как настоящий русский человек, когда я был маленьким, я смотрел на GerJidda и думал, он тот, кто спасет наш мир.
The date is January 2nd, 2013. The YouTube channel Vinesauce uploaded a video entitled Gmod RP. In this video, channel owner Vinny was shown to wander through the servers of Gary's mod asking people to, and I quote,
Hello, it's RP.
The first episode was eventually blocked in numerous countries before being re-uploaded on the night of December 19th, 2014. A whole year before A Smashing Christmas was released to the world. As well as RP, Vinny acts as a propane salesman, as well as opting to put people within stoves.
Would you like a stove?
I would very much like a stove, I just would not like to be inside of the stove.
I want to make you into the stove.
Now at the time this seemed like an innocent video for those funny memes. However, even back then the dark intentions in the background could be seen by dwellers of the server. Take this clip.
I say hello, Ronaldo, do you want to RP?
Hello. I'm Ronaldo.
This man here is Ronaldo, one of the many players on the server. At the time, like many others, he was asked the simple question,
Do you want to RP?
This action has had severe effects on Ronaldo, however. In fact, here with me today is the man himself, Ronaldo. Please, sir, tell us about the impacts this event has had on you.
Oh, that GerJidd fellow isn't one you want to mess with. Ever since that fateful day years ago, I've only been able to shit once a week.
We understand that it was not easy for you to come onto the show today and speak these words with us. Your work here is appreciated. The streets streets of downtown have remained rather quiet since the events of the Vinesauce series. However, the servers of RP were hitting their highest player count in recorded history on the day of April 2nd. This was a beautiful day for server owners, although many others recognize this date as the Day of Reckoning. Or to be more specific, the release of Gmod RP the 2nd. Many viewers were anticipating Vinny to return for his usual fuckery. However, what we got instead could only be presented as a snap.
You did not see that, citizen. Say amen, or I arrest you. If you come to the town square with me, we go to the town square today.
How did I get here? And what's the point of all this anyway? Why is that guy staring so intently at the camera? Why do I keep coming back? Is it the sheer, unquenchable force of ego that leads me back into this dragon's maw of sweat and swarming flesh? Oh, look, my escalator's up.
The character of GerJidd seemed to have broke free from being a mere joke, and had taken over the mind, creating a split personality. Not only did this change the perspective of his series, but the effects started to break out, warping reality as we know it.
Beyond this door awaits you the amazing Dr. Robotniks. Are you sure you want...
You wish to continue?
At seemingly random, Vinny would snap into this character he had created. Many fans felt quite disturbed with the new view of Vinesauce. It wasn't until the final episode of the trilogy released when the stable mindset of episode 1 seemed to be in place once again. At least this is how it seemed. Although looking further at this video only showed the spirit of GerJidd was still trying to escape. Now, aside the worrying moment here and there, this video was your standard Vinesauce montage. These final impressions resulted in many dropping the case of GerJidd. And although that is all from each document we have tackled, there is still something left for us to cover. Many people are reluctant to the fourth RP, or rather, the outtakes that remained. This video was a showcase of many moments left out from the original videos, and whilst the light-hearted spirit found within episode 1 was present throughout this entire video, what we would like to focus on here is even more meta than what is already being shown. Aside to the story cut from existence, one which was too harsh for even the outtakes. I've been stalling enough, so I'd like to welcome my guest onto the show. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Feel free to express anything you'd like to.
Well, first things first, I just want to say thanks for having me on. Hi, I am Kermit the Frog, and I guess I should probably tell my story about how I interacted with GerJidd, I guess. He was talking about how he needed to find his lizard frog. That was me. Let me go into some details. This shit is gonna get really real. So I guess me and him met, but me and GerJidd really connected. We hung out all the time. And I don't know. We kind of. I didn't know what we were. Were we just friends? Were we a little bit more than friends? I didn't know. But everything changed one day. I think it's when he started to enter in the Gmod community. He wanted everyone to take off their clothes or whatever. Talk about record deals with Dr. Dre. I don't know what the heck it was on. But the Gmod community changed him. And then one day, he comes over to my house. And I guess I got my answer if we were just friends or if we were a little more. He asked me, do you want to RP? Yes or no? And I tell him, I don't know what you're talking about. What does RP mean? He explained what RPing is, and I said no. And he said, too bad. we're gonna do it anyways. He came very close to my ear. And he whispered, "My lizard, eat peak." Forced him to get out.
Hey, that's great. We appreciate you coming on to the show today.
I've enjoyed being here.
But try not taking the entire length of World War II next time you're on here. Now we've cleared up the backstory to this creature, we can focus on what leads up to GerJidd being here this present day. All we know right now is GerJidd was born as a creation that escaped from the Vinesauce RP series, and now appears multiple times throughout videos on my channel. The first piece of information we have from GerJidd is the fact he was established to be based in London for a short time. Former British resident and roommate of GerJidd was kind enough to reach out to us here for his take on the story.
I know enough to be afraid of him. We were roommates back in the 80s in a small flat in London for a while. That was when he just moved from the Soviet Union. He was a bright young man with an interest in role-playing, and we were best friends for several years. Until one day, when we were out camping outside of London. He was out by a bush, stroking what he called his lizard, when suddenly an actual lizard jumped up and bit his shoulder. The lizard choked to death, with its teeth too deep for GerJidd to remove it. Having his lizard replaced with an actual lizard traumatized GerJidd and made him go insane. When he got back, I noticed that his eyes were different, empty, but yet crazy. He seemed fairly normal at the time, but his mental state only declined as time went on. For several months, he visited illegal underground role-playing sessions and became powerful enough in the RP community to be able to terrorize the people that he thought less of. When I tried to talk to him and bring back the GerJidd I once knew and loved, he just peeked his lizard at me and chased me down the streets of central London, until I eventually ran out in traffic and got run over and killed.
It is assumed GerJidd fled from London during that winter to eventually settle in Cuba. During the summer, he settled with a job working at the Pokemon Ranch. GerJidd decided to take a new look at the location to escape from his harsh past. However, today a former employee is here to tell of exactly what happened during his time there.
My interaction with GerJidd was very simple. For one summer, me and GerJidd and a couple other people worked at this Pokemon Ranch. It was a nice summer job. We got to interact with a lot of little characters. I had a fun time doing it. But then, one day, GerJidd changed from the innocent Pokemon carer that I knew from the beginning. He kept on going around asking all the Pokemon. They wanted to do something called RPer. And one day, we found him in the corner, diddling a Pikachu. I knew he was fired. Of course he got fired. The thing he said before he left was, I must find my lizard frog. And then he left. That's all I heard from Wario. He was also there. That was my interaction with GerJidd. At the beginning he was cool, but then something changed within him. And making him this weird pedophile, you know?
On April 1st of 2014, Vinesauce Vinny made a return to our world with the new debut album, Super Toad 67. As grand as this was, the question of GerJidd location was still a concern for many individuals. The search lasted for quite a while, up until the date of November 28th, where this following clip was released to the internet.
Derek, there's no point in running from GerJidd. You can't hide.
If you come to the town square with me, you have nothing to fear with me. Forever.
Can you please get this guy away from me?
It had been an entire year, and was this really it? GerJidd had been spotted at Super Mario World. Nobody was able to confirm this until the Christmas of 2015. The infamous video A Smashing Christmas, of all things, brought back the GerJidd case. In nearly every could be found somewhere. And that is the story of how GerJidd could possibly be the controller of everything in our existence. The fact GerJidd has lasted with me for this long is truly something special. Is there anything you'd like to say for the audience, my dearest friend?
My lizard begin to show.
I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see him standing over me, lizard in hand. He comes close. His mustache tickles, but he doesn't stop.